Bryce, on the one hand, you didn't have the command we're kind of used to seeing from you. Velo was down a little bit, yet you get through 5 shutout innings on 2 hits. What do you take away from this one?
Yeah, I'd say pretty frustrating outing. Been a frustrating start to the season for me. Just like I had a majority of my starts where I haven't felt great, and then like today I was feeling good, and then my back kind of locked up on me pregame, and so it's just been one thing after another that hasn't been major, but just been nagging, and I don't know. Once I get to feeling good, I'll be happy. But no, it's just definitely frustrating. I feel like today's one of the days where like I expect myself to at least get through 7 and give the bullpen a chance, and I wasn't able to do that, and so yeah, it's frustrating. I mean, I'm happy I got through 5 without any damage, but it's still like that's not who I am out there. That's not how I pitch, and yeah, it's just frustrating.
When did the back thing surface? Was it just warming up?
Yeah, pregame. Similar to what happened in Houston at the end of the year last year, just not quite as bad, but just casually warming up, doing my normal pregame prep, and kind of locked up on me, and wasn't able to sit down in between innings. Just had to keep it moving, keep heat on it, and went and sat down after the first, and then kind of got back up, and it kind of locked back up on me, and took a few pitches to kind of get it back, and so yeah, it's just like today, one of those days where I feel like I normally would navigate that lineup pretty well, and I had to battle every inning, and like I said, fortunately we got through it, but still not how I'd like it to go.
How tough is it to make those adjustments? I mean, because I remember after one start you mentioned a little bit of arm soreness, then you have the back thing today, but things that you're not expecting to have to deal with and having to adjust with that on the fly.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just part of it. It's just looking forward to the day when I have everything feels good and I can just go and let it rip like I'm used to. So, like I said, it's just been a frustrating start to the year, but overall the team, we're in a good spot. We're swinging it well. We're playing good baseball, and just got to give us a chance. And I was able to do that today, so that's the bright side. But hopefully, leave it in April. I mean, my April's done, so move on to the next month, get a fresh reset, and hopefully start feeling better and get back to attacking like I usually do. So,
like you said, can you take some positives away out of obviously not having your best stuff out there tonight, but still getting through 5, limiting the damage?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I felt pretty bad today. Like overall, everything kind of felt horrible, and still able to get through 5 with 2 hits. So, like I said, it'll be nice, and I think I'm excited to hopefully have a game where I feel good coming up, and see what my stuff actually looks like when it feels how it's supposed to. So, yeah, I mean, I think I don't know if I said this to y'all a few weeks ago, but one thing I got from Robbie when he was here in 23 was just that a third of the year you're not gonna feel good at all. A third of the year you'll feel all right, and a third of the year you'll feel good, and it's how you get through the starts where you feel bad that really make up your season. So overall, I'm happy I was able to get through 5 without any runs and any damage. But it's frustrating how it's been 5 out of my 6 starts that I haven't felt great. So hopefully we're on the back end of it, and I can start feeling better moving forward and provide some length, because I haven't done that at all this year. So that's the main thing I'm frustrated with. Like today was a perfect day for me to get through 6 or 7. I mean, minimum 6, and I come out after 5. So it's definitely frustrating, but at the end of the day we won and we're playing good. So got to move on. It's a new month starting after tomorrow. So
What's it been like to just see the offense hitting the way that they have been, especially at this time of year where it's not the easiest place to hit?
yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. It's great seeing. It hasn't been. I still think there's a lot of untapped potential in the lineup as well. Once we get everybody clicking, it's going to be pretty tough to beat us. So it's a long season and got to be hot at the right time. But as long as we're stringing together wins, no matter how how we do it, we haven't been pitching that great, and we've still been winning games. So once we start throwing how we're supposed to throw and how we know we can throw, and we keep swinging it like this, I mean, there's going to be a lot of wins.
All right.
Thanks, Bryce.
Really good ball game tonight. Polo just continues to swing the bat. 2 big homers again tonight to lift the offense. I thought offensively got a lot of guys on base. We were able to load the bases in the first. We didn't get anything out of it, but getting some traffic ahead of Polo, and then he's just been swinging the bat so well, and picked up the big homers for us. And I thought on the pitching side, I thought Bryce did a really nice job for 5 innings. Command was a little bit of an issue, and our bullpen's fresh. And we have another off day coming up on Monday, or what day is today? On Thursday. So a chance to kind of go to that early, and we're able to do that. And then Mooney to slam the door. He's been just so consistent, and I thought he did a really nice job throwing the ball again tonight.
Dan, Polanco's talked a little bit about the adjustments he's made, specifically with the stance. Just what have you seen in that regard about being able to stay in the middle of the field, but then also pull the ball with authority?
Yeah, I think you've seen it too. He's pulled the ball for power, and been able to get a lot of balls out front, whether it's fastball or breaking ball. Able to get those out front. But also we've seen some situations where he's taken a pitch maybe a little bit further away from him, and he's gone up over second base or up over the shortstop's head to drive in runs too. He's just in a state where he's seeing the ball really well. He's getting the barrel to it every time, and he's really locked in, and it's been big for us during this stretch for sure.
You've seen some torrid stretches from Ken and Alex and Edgar and guys back in. To compare it to what Jorge Polanco's doing right now, it seems like you can't do much better than this. It's
been great. It's been really, really good, and just the consistency, I think, is the thing that's amazing. Is to me, balls going out of the ballpark are great, but he's just finding a barrel almost all the time, and it just tells you a lot that. His timing is really good. He's hitting breaking balls as well as fastballs on the barrel, and he's just in a place where he's seeing the ball really well, and as a hitter, that's a really good feeling.
Dan, you mentioned it, loading the bases in the first inning, but didn't get anything out of it. That's something that you guys have been doing, just getting them on early. Just even if you don't get runs out of it, how does that help kind of set the tone for the rest of the game? Just putting that pressure on the pitcher early.
Yeah, that's a big part of our offense. Several pretty good walks again tonight to get some guys on. We're going to create traffic. We're going to make our at bats difficult. We're not going to give them away. We didn't come up with anything in the first inning there, but it was just kind of a way we were going to. It was kind of a statement that we were there, and we're going to continue to put guys on base, and we were able to do that pretty consistently tonight. And we got a couple big blows from Polo, and turned it over to the bullpen from there.
And Bryce's velo was down a couple ticks today too, and obviously you mentioned the command wasn't quite what we were used to seeing out of him. Just what were you seeing in that regard?
I know he's making adjustments, and I think he's in a fine spot. because our bullpen is fresh right now, and you know, we had a couple guys, particularly Vargas, who hadn't thrown in a while, so getting him out there tonight was key for us. But you know, no concerns. You know, just continuing to make his adjustments and do what he does. You know, I thought, you know, even though the command wasn't quite there, was able to get, you know, a couple of ground ball double plays to get out of some innings, and was able to really find his way through it and only give up the 2 hits in those 5 innings.
What is he fighting out there with the command?
What is he fighting?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I think his mentality is good. You know, he's attacking. He's just, you know, not finding the consistency that he wants, but he will. I know that about Bryce, and you know, he will. You know, he'll get with Woody, he'll get with Trent, and those guys will work it out, and you know, he'll be in a good spot.
And any update on Luke's condition?
You know, he just felt something in his side, so we'll know a lot more tomorrow.
And with Munoz, obviously the strikeouts are such a weapon, but he also gets players to put the ball on the ground more than anything else. How valuable is that as another tool in his arsenal?
Yeah, I mean, you know, that it saves pitches. You know, contact oftentimes saves you pitches, and you know, it allows you to come back maybe the next day. It allows you to maybe get more opportunities. Some great defense on our end tonight. Again, you know, JP with a great play in the 9th. I thought Ben's play in the 9th was a nice play too. So, you know, defensively we've been doing the job, and you know, not giving the other team extra outs. But Mooney being able to pitch to contact a little bit, you know, it's some pretty good hitters in this league, and he's got great stuff, and sometimes they're going to make contact. But with the guys behind him that we have, you know, he's in a really good spot.